the very first thing that you said is he didn't have the things I want in a man or in a partner. And so that's a big wide open question, because some women have a list of 50 things they want, and some have a list of 3 or 4. So it's important to know if the things that you want in a man are even likely to ever be attained. In other words, when I'm speaking to women about men, certainly there's things that you want. Fair enough. But I would have you look at the things that you don't want. Like, there'll be certain things that you definitely do not want, and those will be the first things that you would want to identify. And those things should be in the arena of, is it illegal, immoral, unethical, or dangerous? You see? You don't want those things, right?
Yes, exactly.
And that a man has not yet perfected himself, and that there may be problems in a relationship. Well, I don't mean to surprise you, but there's always going to be problems in a relationship. Some of them are going to be your problems. Some of them are going to be his problems, and some of them are going to be problems that are going to be completely natural and normal to two people learning to grow together and adapt themselves to not being single anymore, you know, and to being a part of a partnership. Nobody knows how to do that, really. Most people, you know what I mean? People don't come with an instruction book. That's why we do the workshops and the seminars and the books and CDs that we do, is to try to give an instruction book or some guidelines to how to date, how to choose a mate, and then how to man it. Even though you choose a mate doesn't mean you'll not have problems. You will have problems in a relationship. But are they problems that are due to one growing in development and developing themselves together as a couple or in individuals? Or are they problems due to something like I referred to earlier that's illegal, immoral, unethical, just plain old bad will, or not wanting to change or grow and develop? And you shouldn't be afraid of having a man want to change for you. However, don't try to change him yourself. Men change whenever they're good and ready, and they change for reasons of their own. And those reasons could very well be because I love this girl and I want to be a better man to be with her. That's a good reason to change. I've changed for those reasons to be with my wife. And I'm glad I did, you see?
Yes.
But I changed because I wanted to, not because she wanted me to. I changed because I was ready to, because I saw that there was room to grow, that I needed to grow.
And one of the other problems that I had with him was his family, you know, always, that was the only two reasons we would argue was because of financial reason. And, you know, his family always was coming first for him, versus I was always like putting everybody else, you know, behind, and just paying, you know, attention to our life together and trying to provide for our life. And
this is one of the biggest mistakes that I see people making on either side, but very often men do it. They don't have a concept that when you marry a woman, she is now number one. Your mother's no longer number one. Your brother's no longer number one. Your father's no longer one. You have to make the woman that you marry be first. If you want it to work, you can't stay married to your mother and your family. And when I say married to your family, I really mean that. Because what do you do when you're married to somebody? You give them your money, you give them your time, you give them your energy, you put everybody else aside, you make them the most important people in your life, yes?
Yes.
That's what a marriage means. That's what you're telling someone when you say, I'm going to marry you. I'm going to make you the most important person in my life. I'm going to, above all others. You come first. Now, if he puts the family first and you second, then he was not married to you. But then you said he was your boyfriend. You weren't married. That comes as part of a negotiating stage. If you have you ever heard my CDs called The 12 Stages of Romantic Relationship?
Yes.
Okay, you have? Well, in there,
Yes, I,
yeah, there are several stages before marriage and after dating, right? When you're dating, you're just getting socially acquainted, really. You're finding out what you like, what you don't like. Dating isn't even necessarily monogamous. You could date several people, right? Because in dating, you're looking for a mate. So you're not, once you say, I'm only going to date you and nobody else, and this is an exclusive relationship, you've moved to another stage. You see?
yes.
And once you say we're engaged, in other words, engaged means we're going to get married, there's a ring, a physical symbol, a substantial physical symbol of this, and there is a date by when that will be done. So that's what I call an engagement. That's another stage. But even after that stage, there's another stage called negotiating. You see? And this is where you negotiate things like family, time, money, geography, like where are we going to live? Your house, my house, America, Iran, Canada, where are we going to live? And things like that. So things often could break down in the negotiating stage. So what I'm hearing from you is that you broke up with him about something that may have been negotiable. It might have been negotiable, but you never got to that stage. You broke up with him in the dating stage. If you're clear that that is the best decision you could have made, I don't think you'd be calling me.